Our story begins here, the quaint town of Denver, Colorado, the scene of an exciting event. A group of filmmakers at the University of Colorado, Denver, have been formed together with one sole purpose: to make an unprecedented piece of film art. This is that art piece. How can a film begin without a vision? Great filmmakers always start films from visions. Some have these visions in their sleep. Some have them during activities throughout the day. Some see these visions while they daydream during their countless award ceremonies they often attend. Now this man, William Little, got his vision from the mirror.
William, thanks for joining me today. I'm wondering if you could explain a little bit about the title of your film.
Pictures on the Wind. It's about the nature of change in our lives. Our medium is pictures, but the goal is not to have it appear exactly as it is conceived. That would be impossible. The goal is to take moving pictures and allow them to go wherever the wind blows. It's about the power of change in perception.
Okay. So what role would you say that psychedelics have played in your conception?
God fucking damn it, piece of shit motherfucker! Seriously, fuck you, you're out of here! Take your fucking... God, like...
Work like this.
Stay up, motherfucker! Action.
William, thanks for joining me today. Could you explain a little bit about the title of this film?
Pictures on the Wind. It's about the nature of change in our lives. Our medium is pictures, but the goal is not to force it to appear exactly as it is conceived. That would be impossible. Our goal is to take moving pictures and allow them to go wherever the wind blows. It's about the power of change in perception.
Okay. Would you say that psychedelics have influenced your conception of this idea at all?
I have no influences. I am my own inspiration.
Okay. How do you inspire yourself?
The mirror allows more insight than most are willing to admit.
Okay. Apparently this is the highest budget you've ever received for a film. How much did you get for this?
50.
50 million?
50.
50. Right, okay. And this is also your third time back on the set after being fired twice. I'm wondering, why did you get fired before, and also what has changed?
I prefer not to think about the past as it doesn't exist, but I have learned a little bit about the way these people work, and while most of them are unimaginative, I can draw genius from them without them even realizing it. And this time, I have brought on Natalia, the pool designer from Russia, and she has it. Do you know what I mean?
Though Russia's footprint in film is a quaint one, Natalia Snikireva's footprint in this film is colossal. Her unusual background in pool designing makes for a fresh, new take on filmmaking, with an accent that'll melt the heart of a KGB agent, and a smile that makes her eyes glisten like freshly fallen snow on a Moscow morning. She is a rising star in the film industry and in the hearts of people everywhere.
All right, Natalia, thanks for taking the time to talk to me. This is your first time working in film. I'm wondering, how has designing pools prepared you for this?
После этого ужасного инцидента с собакой, падающей с неба, я поняла, что это время поменять что-то в моей жизни. И я решила, это будет кино.
Can we get a translator?
We didn't have the budget for that.
Wait, seriously?
We'll fix it in post, alright?
Oh, okay. Yeah, Natalia, how would you say, or how do you feel about the highly controversial works of Stanley Kubrick?
Он, конечно, не совсем здоровый человек, я могу сказать это сразу. Но, с другой стороны, увидев эти картинки, эти движущиеся картинки, я поняла, это то, что я могу делать. Это моя страсть.
Okay, so we'll probably just Google Translate that later. I think we got it though.
Though what can a vision be without an artist to bring it to life? He learned from the greats and studied the good and the bad. Hours and hours were spent during his childhood watching movies and analyzing them on the deepest of levels. Grant Dominguez is the artist, and the cast and crew are his brush and palette.
So Grant, what exactly does Natalia do here?
Who?
Natalia, the Russian pool designer.
Did Will hire her? Oh my God. Will, where are you?
I have some more questions.
Oh.
If that's okay.
Okay.
All right.
You're lucky for now. Hear me?
I'm wondering about your cameo appearances. So you've had one in all of your films. I'm wondering, what is the purpose?
Hyper reality.
Hyper reality. Could you elaborate on that?
All right, so here's what it is. I am the mind behind the scripts, behind the camera, behind everything. I am the puppet master, I am the strings, and everybody else here is just the puppets. Also, Will doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and he stole the title Pictures in the Wind from Russell Hoban novel.
Oh, okay. I've actually read that. It's pretty good. How do you feel about an anonymous crew member who is kind of worried that you don't really know what you're doing? They chose to remain anonymous.
Who the fuck said that?
The balance between historical accuracy and hyperrealism is often a balance that is not achieved. But because of Bradley Clefman's skills in chronoperegrination, he is able to find moments in history where the very real allowed for moments that seemed very unreal.
So, Brad, with this film, I honestly really admire your writing and your ability to keep us just confused enough to keep it engaging. I'm wondering, what's your creative process for approaching something like this?
Well, I like to relate the complexity of my screenplays and films to that of this onion here. Well, you see, the onion, it's beautiful in its nature. As you peel back each layer, easier said than done, it gets more and more confusing as to where you're going. I found that my years of experience critically thinking about onions is what truly makes a good film.
Okay. Are you doing all right?
Are you gonna finish that?
Did you get some water as you're into your mouth?
Yeah, a little better.
Okay, good. So, about your writing style, how do you respond to the critics who say that you sacrifice characters and story just for the sake of self-indulgent paradoxes?
What the hell? Hey!
Sorry, I tripped.
Alright, are we good? Are we good? Cool. Alright. Shooting on video, how do you feel about Grant's creative decision to do that? Do you feel film or video is better?
Honestly, digital is a joke, with the punchline being George Lucas. True cinema is made on film. Pixels cannot capture the light, the feeling. It's just not possible. Not to mention that Grant cameos in every movie he's ever made.
Hey, you! You have your wife and your kids in every single film, you hypocrite. What's the point of that?
Guys. Okay.
Oh my god, that was hard.
what do you feel Jeremy, your art director, has to offer to the project?
Not much, honestly, about as much as Grant. He's a painter, a dancer, not a filmmaker.
Not a filmmaker?
Yeah, if he wants to be taken seriously, why doesn't he make a movie?
Okay, fair enough. That's it for this interview.
Though Grant Dominguez is indeed a masterful artist, many would agree that there is one crew member with more artistic aptitude than any famed maestro of the Renaissance. Julia Johnson brings film to a whole new level with her distinct and inventive views of what makes art art.
So, Jeremy, your work, your paintings have been featured in the MoMA, and you've choreographed several big-scale modern dance performances. I'm wondering, why film now?
Well, thank you, very kind. To answer your question, I feel there's an opportunity in film that will help me enlighten the film industry about the true purpose of real art. And the people I am currently working with, mainly these people, they're too caught up in the fame and wealth. And I feel that they've lost the real purpose of what they're trying to make. But I would like to add a sense of ideology back, bring it back. To answer the question, what are we trying to say? And how will we make it look like we're trying to say?
Okay. So how do you plan to say what you're trying to say, how do you plan to apply your background in interpretive dance?
Well, me being the only sensible person in charge here, I feel it is my responsibility to represent a sensible perspective, yes, thank you. A sensible perspective. And in my book is Feminine Interpretive Dance for Everyone. You should read it. I go into more depth about that.
Okay. And so earlier you were talking a little bit about how you feel that the filmmakers are focusing on some of the wrong things. What more specifically do you find off-putting about the styles,
Oh, God.
their artistic styles?
Don't get me started. Will, I'm positive that man is on psychedelics. He's a joke. And Brad, that fool, constantly wrapping his head around this onion that he's kept around with him for weeks. I've seen him with the same exact onion. And, Grant, that man has some sort of narcissistic mental disorder.
Hey, you! I'm trying to share my vision with the world, all right? Got it? You got it? You got it?
And that
What?
is why I'm giving my gift of film to this. My gift to this film.
Your gift. Okay. This is ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
You guys are all just pots and kettles calling each other black. I don't know what you guys all think you're doing in here. What you're saying is bullshit. The guy before you, definitely bullshit.
Fucking what?
Bullshit.
You wouldn't even have a job if it wasn't for my vision.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe
Fucking vision?
$51 would have been more.
You can't put a price on art.
Yes, I can. $52.
You're ruining the magic.
There's no magic. Here, where's this fucking onion?
I'm sorry. I cannot work like this.
It's enough, guys. Shut up. Shut up, everybody. Look at yourselves. It's pathetic. You know, bickering over this and that. Come on. You know, you all look foolish. Remember when you were just children and you saw your first film? How did it make you feel? It filled you with awe and wonder, you know? And what are we doing right now? We're supposed to be here to inspire people, to make art. This is bullshit.
I told you she had it. Oh, fuck you.
Oh, hey. I heard what you said in there, and I agree 100%.
Who are you?
I'm the narrator.
Aren't you supposed to be British or something?
Only when I narrate, darling.
Okay. Well, so what do you want?
Same thing you want, except I want to work as a team. You in?
Totally.
Let's do this.